So we begin with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So this is yet again on sale at its lowest price, which is 90% off. So all three games, all the DLCs, all the content in one bundle and remastered, improved. And this is one of the better remasters. I did not hear any issues with it. So this one here is 90% off, like I said, $599, 300 in India, 5 in the UK, 8 in Canada, 6 in the Eurozone. So fantastic deal if you want like old school RPGs. You'll get plenty of content with the three games here. Next, I also wanted to mention the Dead Space game. So all of them are on sale. I'm talking about the original Dead Space game, not the remake. Remake is also on sale, but it's not that cheap. The original games are kind of cheap. The first one is, well, it's not as cheap as the other two, but let me get to that. So the first game is from 2008. It is $8, 400 in India, 7 in the UK, 10 in Canada, 11 almost, and 8 in the Eurozone. The second and third games are cheaper. So second game is 80% off, only $4, 200 in India, and same for the third one. Although the third one has some extra DLC type content, but the base game is still the same. So if you're interested in revisiting the older trilogy, I guess you can have a go here, because what I've noticed is they usually don't put them all on sale properly. Like one of them is very expensive compared to the other two. So all three of them are reasonably priced. The first one is a little on the expensive side if I'm honest, but it's not too bad. Next we have Stardew Valley. So very popular game, still very successful, still getting new updates all the time. Just a very relaxing, cozy game. Even if you're not a huge fan of farming sims and stuff like that, you'll definitely enjoy this and play this for 10-15 hours and have a lot of fun. Overwhelmingly positive on Steam. This is probably one of the highest rated games I've seen. 97.4% positively rated. 600,000 people have rated this. Both recent and overall reviews are overwhelmingly positive here. And this is usually not on big sales. It is on a small sale again, 34% off. So this is just under $10 at $9.89. 316 in India, 725 in the UK, 11 in Canada, 9 in the Eurozone. Next we have another popular indie game. This is Hades. So Hades is a roguelite hack and slash set in the Greek underworld. I'm personally not the biggest fan of this game, but it is a decent game, and once again a very, very popular game, very highly rated. Once again, this is 97% rating on Steam, overwhelmingly positive, both recent and overall, just a little below Stardew Valley, but again, fantastic game. There's a sequel as well. I think the second one is out or coming out. I'm not sure. I heard about it, but this one is 66% off, 374 in India, 849 in the US, 713 in the UK, 11 in Canada, and 833 in the Eurozone. So both of these good games are under 10. Next we have Atomic Heart. So another game from early last year. You could call this a sort of a Russian Bioshock type feel, open world, utopia turning into dystopia type setting. I played a little bit via the Game Pass. It is available on the Game Pass. And I thought this was pretty fun. It was basically like trying a movie from another country with subtitles. I mean, this was in English, but the feel, the way the game was made felt a little different, which was part of the reason why it felt a bit fun. But otherwise, it's a interesting game, and they have added more content. I haven't finished this. I just played a little bit just to see what kind of game it was on the Game Pass. So it is on a sale here. I was thinking about it. It is 55% off at $27, $1,200 in India, $24.74 in the UK, 36 in Canada, 27 in the Eurozone. Now this game also has a gold edition and a premium edition, which is the main reason why I did not get this. I'll wait a little more until the premium edition is cheap enough, and about $1,200 in India or like $20 or so. That's when I'll consider, because I think there's more content coming. It says here DLC 4 is coming, so we'll see. Reviews are very good. Once again, 82% positive. So yeah, you may consider getting the base game now, or maybe you can wait a little bit more like me. Next, I have some indie games that you may not have heard of. So first we have a game called Axiom of Maria. And this one is a indie cyberpunk hack and slash style adventure game basically. It looks pretty cool. There's also a demo available, and this is also not very expensive. I think this might be one of those games made by a single dev, and it looks pretty good to me. I mean, based on the reviews and the video and stuff here, it is 26% off. $961, 310 in India, 761 in the UK, 1072 in Canada, and 798 in the Eurozone. Game only came out in February of this year, so it's not that old. Next, we have a game called Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. So a bit of a farming sim. I picked this up again a couple of years ago when I was moving, and I never got around to playing it, but it looked pretty good. So hopefully I'll give it a chance at some point. But basically, you are playing as a sort of harvest goddess who's been banished to an island, and you have to harvest rice. And also there's some 2D hack and slash style game as well, platforming basically. It looks very nice and cozy again. Reviews are almost at 90% here. So fantastic game, came out in 2020, and it's also regionally well priced regionally. So this is 50% off for the base game, $15, $349 in India, $12.49 in the UK, 20 in Canada, 15 in the Eurozone. Next we have the Gunk. So this is a game I did play and finish it. I had it on the Game Pass, I think, or I got a key sent. Anyway, I did finish the game, made a review, etc. a couple of years ago, and it was originally only on the Game Pass, and then they brought it to Steam. So this is another sort of, you could say, exploration style game where the main gameplay loop is you are on an alien planet and you have to clean all the gunk around. And you have like a hand mounted sort of vacuum cleaner type thing that sucks in all the gunk that is around. And once you clean it up, the area comes back to life, the vegetation is back and color is back, things like that. And you also unravel the story of this planet and what happened to the people who were here, etc. Nice relaxing game, 5-6 hour game. I enjoyed it and I finished it in a couple of streams or something. So yeah, nice little relaxing game if you want something different for a bit. Also very cheap right now at its lowest price. This is a new low. So this is 70% off, $749 in the US, $170 in India, $6 in the UK, $869 in Canada, and $749 in the Eurozone. Next we have Tales of Iron. So this is a fantastic little 2D Souls-like game, a nice little story, and also this game is getting a sequel. I remember playing this game a few years ago when it came out, 21 I think, and finishing it over a weekend on stream. So you are basically a rat called Reggie, who's like a prince of the Rat Kingdom. The Rat Kingdom is invaded by the evil frog clans. They kill and destroy everything, kill your father, the king, and so you have to reclaim your kingdom. So the combat is you run into these frog bosses at every level. You have to destroy them. Game is surprisingly well developed. You have parrying and dodging and different types of weapon, and you have to manage the fighting basically. So heavier weapons, how to play with heavier weapons, lighter weapons, things like that, block, dodge, all that. It's a fun game. It's narrated by the voice actor for Geralt of Rivia. That makes it even more funny. So there are like some in jokes as well, like Witcher based stuff. And it was just a fantastic experience. I think it took me like 20 hours to finish everything, 100% everything. And it should take over 10-12 hours unless you get stuck on any bosses. It looks very nice and colorful. And yeah, overall, it was a very nice game. So I'm happy it's getting a sequel. This one, again, is on its all-time low price, 88% off, $299 only, $155 in India, $263 in the UK, $359 in Canada, and $299 in the Eurozone. So if you like a little bit of fun, Souls-like game with a bit of a challenge, you should enjoy this. I loved it and I'm in the mood to check it out again before the sequel comes up. So yeah, that is Tales of Iron. So that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and see you next time.